Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ebony Mitchell. I'm a student at the University of Texas, Arlington, currently enrolled in the Master of Science Nursing program. And today I will be giving a book review on the book Resonant Leadership by Richard Boyatzis and Annie McKee. Impartial Fulfillment for Nurse 5343, Leadership in Complex Healthcare Systems, where our lead instructor is Mrs. Rowena Yates, MSN, RN, NEBC, CCRN. Handouts have been included for your viewing pleasure. Let's look at a quote from the book. Great leaders are emotionally intelligent and they are mindful. They seek to live in full consciousness of self, others, nature, and society. Even when facing the uncertainty of today's world, they are hopeful, inspiring through clarity of vision, optimism, and a profound belief in their and their people's ability to turn dreams into reality. All accomplished while facing sacrifice, difficulties, challenges, and opportunities with empathy and compassion, not only for the people they lead, but also those they service. Let's look further in depth at each of the authors individually. The first author being Richard E. Boyatzis. Mr. Boyatzis is professor of the Departments of Organizational Behavior and Psychology at Case Western University. He is also a visiting professor in HR at ESCAPE in Barcelona. Additionally, this author has more than 125 articles on behavioral change, leadership, competencies, and emotional intelligence. And because of this, he is not only known nationally, but internationally as well. He received his Bachelor's of Science in Aeronautics and Astronautics, and has an MS and a PhD in Social Psychology. Next, we will explore Annie McKee. Mrs. McKee is co-chair of the Telios Leadership Institute. She teaches at the Graduate School of Education at the University of Pennsylvania and at the Wharton School's Aristide Institute of Executive Education. She's a personal advisor, an active public speaker, and a writer. She received her Bachelor of Science from Chaminade University of Honolulu and has a doctorate in organizational behavior from Case Western Reserve University. So what exactly are the purposes of this book? This book had the purpose of showing how even the best leaders, those with vision, talent, and emotional intelligence, can lose their resonance. It was also devised to guide and instruct leaders on being effective, maintaining control during stressful situations, and how to employ resonant leadership. It addresses the issues of stress, sacrifice, and dissonance, and utilizes effective remedies to combat these things through cultivating mindfulness, hope, and compassion. So who is the targeted audience? The targeted audience is anyone who is currently in a leadership role, and even those who are like me, who are anticipating being in one within the next year to 2 years, or a little bit longer. What are the strengths? The strengths are that this book was organized, it was highly engaging, it contains extensive multidisciplinary research citations and footnotes, it blends anecdotes from the author's fieldwork as consultants, and it succinctly flows from inception of problems to management, ineffectiveness, and burnout, and later goes into solutions to solve these two issues. There are exercises included and solutions. It also makes a lot of reference to the renewal of the whole being, which is mind, body, and spirit, through cultivation of the ongoing practices of hope, mindfulness, and compassion. And it goes into detail concerning the 3 phases: the sacrifice syndrome, the renewal cycle, and the intentional change cycle. Are there any shortcomings? Yes. As with any book, this book and the experiences, exercises, and solutions that it includes may not be practical for all work environments. So what were the objectives? The objectives was to introduce what a, quote, resonant leader actually is, and provide ways to overcome the vicious cycle of stress, sacrifice, and dissonance. This is best accomplished through the use of specific techniques to combat stress and avoid burnout and renew oneself physically, emotionally, and mentally. So what are the recommendations for us as future leaders? Leaders today face multiple challenges that result in a revolving and vicious cycle of stress, pressure, sacrifice, negative and positive consequences, and dissonance. Change is an inevitable challenge of being in a leadership role and requires that we consciously engage in renewal of our mind, heart, body, and spirit, our whole being. Efforts to accomplish this involve us intentionally transforming our approach. We must first manage ourselves, being open and willing to accept constructive criticism, and learn, taking new evidence-based practices and utilizing them to enable us to maintain internal intelligence, resonance, and be in tune with those we are entrusted to lead. Through the cultivation of mindfulness and learning to incorporate and engage the experiences of hope and compassion while focusing on creating internal intelligence and resonance, we as leaders are better equipped to channel our resonance to internal and external stakeholders around us. This in turn will make us better leaders, and those around us will be more creative and innovative. Thank you for listening. I hope you have enjoyed my book review of Resonant Leadership. And if you ever get in a bind, you ever feel burnt out, or you ever feel like you're not doing the best job that you can as a leader, you will pick this book up and utilize the tactics, tools, and solutions in it to help you, to make you feel better, to renew your mind, body, spirit, and soul, and let that energy flow into those that you lead. Thank you, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.